Hello, 100. I am so sorry for being late, you guys. I've just been going through it. I've been relaxing, chillaxing. Like I've been trying to stay away from these damn streets. It's too much. I'm trying to stay out of trouble. 100. Word. We're gonna let a few people crawl up in here. We waiting for some people. Boy. Hello, 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 Missy. Hello, fat boy. What's good? Yes. What's up, everybody? Well, the other day I started reading this shit and I was on mute. This time I remembered to take the mute off so everybody can hear me now. You know me, I'm a loca, y'all. Oh, okay, baby. No problem, Missy. I got you. I kind of figured you was busy doing something, mama. We'll talk later. Okay? Yeah. So, guys, we were on chapter 3. That's where we had left it off. And this book is crazy. Let me tell you something. Mm. In one of these chapters, like I said, he was talking about Tiffany Hawkins and how she tried to commit suicide. He was there when she tried to commit suicide. Max Knight, hi. What's up? So, so we left it. We left it at chapter 2. This is now chapter 3. Y'all gotta excuse me. You know, I'm feeling my meds. Okay, bear with me. All right. This chapter is humble beginnings. Robert's older brother, Bruce, was a funny dude, and he should have been a comedian. He used to have us all laughing out of control every single time he came around. And not only was he funny, but the boy had talent. He could really play that bass guitar, but was the first member of the three-piece band we put together behind Robert. Then there was Poochie, who played the drums. He was a real serious brother who didn't want to waste time playing in a band that wasn't going anywhere. As a student, he would much rather spend his time at home studying. However, he believed in Rob and was willing to make a sacrifice and join the band. Finally, there was my boy, Donald, Donnie Evans. Donald Evans, aka Donnie. Let's put it like that. He was the keyboard player who traveled the road with me and my band. Regretfully, with us. Donnie's stay with us was short because he had a bad drinking problem. His skills on the keyboard were of the greatest quality, but his vice and inclination towards alcoholism overshadowed his gift to play music. We had to let Donnie go his own way, and I had to call on other musicians I knew to fill in. Wifey! What's up, mama? We were a three-piece band, with Robert playing keyboards as well. Chuck arranged for us to practice 3 times a week in the banquet hall at the Chatham Bowl on 79th Street. On the Chatham Bowl on 79th Street. Our sound was developing, but we needed better equipment. I even started to put together a mailing list of fans who wanted to be notified of our first show. Okay, so yeah, that's what he was doing when he was collecting numbers and addresses. Remember in the other chapter he was talking about that? So that's what he was doing. He was making a fan list. Okay. Robert Kelly impressed people everywhere we went. His humble beginnings towards stardom were coming to life, and we were there as witnesses to see how it all began. Robert and I continued to perform in the subways and in the streets. It was just something about being down in the subways and bringing home money daily that made sense. So I would always encourage Robert to go, letting him know I was with him and willing to go with him anytime. The money helped, but more important was the list of names and addresses that I had gathered from the spectators as they watched Robert sing. I figured if I could build a fan base for the shows we were putting together, and if a third of the people who signed our mailing list would show up at $10 a head, we would make out good. In addition, I figured our fan base could become so large that we would have the support of the people, and they would spread our name throughout the city of Chicago and the surrounding communities. We all worked hard in the early days, and we were all working for free. We all shared the same belief that with Craig's assistance, we were headed to the next level. However, no money was coming in. Everyone's attitude was changing. To be more specific, The disgruntlement the disgruntlement began to take over, and it showed people were beginning, and people, let me read that over. To be more specific, the disgruntlement began to take over, and it showed. People were beginning to become distrustful of the whole process. Receiving fruit for our labor, that was foreign language to us. We had a hard time interpreting how this plan would work out. In the meantime, Chuck was talking to Craig, giving him an update on over on our overall progress, and he let him know of our financial situation. We needed to set a date to display our act, and we needed to form that date around Craig's schedule. A date where he would be free to attend the show so he could see the polished act we put together. Although we were putting in the time and working hard, there was only so much a person could sacrifice. Now, it was on Craig to meet us halfway. We needed that equipment because we needed to work to generate funds for us to continue. We needed to be able to feel things were headed upward. Time was moving, but yet things seemed to be standing still. We were stuck waiting on Craig at that point. Finally, Craig invited us to his house. Now remember, Craig again is Demetrius Smith's sister's husband, who was a basketball player, Craig Hodges. So remember, he's trying to get money for him to produce R. Kelly, to get equipment and to, work in the studio and this, that, and the third. Hey, Aisha. What's up, GA girl? What's up, mama? So, okay. What was I? Okay. Finally, Craig invited us to his house again. He said before he would release any funds, he needed to review the contract Robert was obligated to, which was only fair and right. Chuck, Robert, and I drove up to Craig's house for a scheduled 2 o'clock meeting. During the hour and 45-minute drive, I talked to Robert and Chuck about the kind of person I felt Craig was. I wanted them to be prepared for the meeting so they would not be passive with Craig because he had money. Chuck assured me he was in no way intimidated. To our dismay, when we arrived, Craig wasn't home. Cece greeted us cheerfully, informing us Craig was out playing golf. Wow, what a way to start a relationship. My grandpa told me, first impressions always count. We were disappointed that Craig wasn't there. We had driven there with the sole purpose of discussing business. While we were waiting, we chit-chatted with Cece while she cooked dinner. Now, Cece, remember, is his sister Carlita. Cece can be very opinionated at times. Over the course of her going back and forth from the living room to the kitchen, she voiced her opinion about Robert. She felt that Robert should not be singing in a band nor performing in the subways. This was not a conversation Chuck and I wanted to entertain with her. Therefore, we kept the conversation short, with short responses to her comments like, it's only temporary. We were there for over 2 hours before Craig showed up. When he came in, he went straight to his room to shower, nodding his head at us, his way of saying hello. This gesture gave an impression of arrogance, as if he looked down on us. I didn't try to go talk with him. I was there for the business. When Craig came out of the room, dinner was ready, and the aroma from the meal Cece prepared had all of us ready to dig in and feast. She made a huge pot roast, macaroni and cheese, green beans, sweet potatoes, and dinner rolls. She topped it off with some good old-fashioned grape Kool-Aid. For dessert, we had chocolate cake. It Excuse me. The meeting was put on hold for a moment because, to say it in simple terms, dinner was all that. After dinner, Cece cleared the dining room table while Craig slipped away back into his bedroom for another 10 to 15 minutes. Once Cece was done cleaning, we gathered back at the for table, um, dining room table for the grand meeting. We were waiting on Craig for what seemed like forever. I already knew what he was up to. He had to have a toke of the ganja. He had to smoke a joint in order to relax before handling business. You damn right. I know I got to. Yep. When he returned, I suggested we start our meeting off with a prayer. When I felt which I felt was important. The saying, a family that prays together stays together, was relevant to me. I wanted us to stay together. I wanted this thing to work. After prayer, to start the meeting off, we discussed what we had been doing with the band and how hard it was to develop our sound without equipment. I showed Craig the mailing list I formulated. We also presented an itemized accounting of what equipment we needed, along with the approximate cost. We discussed what everyone's position would be in detail. He was pleased that everything was good, but Craig wanted to look over the contract. Chuck gave him the contract, and after going over it, we found that Chuck was getting 30% of Robert's earnings. We were all very surprised by that because Chuck previously informed us that the contract was for 20% and we believed it. This guy, Chuck, was trying to rob him, huh? He was trying to rob R. Kelly and everybody else. He said, listen, he said 20%, but originally what he told them was 30%. I mean, what he originally told them was 20%, but what he was taking was 30. So yeah, he was robbing them, you know? Hold on 1 second. I gotta get my soda. Shit. Yeah. So, okay. So Chuck then went on to explain why his percentage was so high. He said that when other investors like me and Craig came to the organization, he would be responsible to pay their portion out of his percentage. He explained that this way, Robert would have 70% to himself. Chuck felt like he was acting in Robert's best interest. Chuck broke the percentages down with Robert still getting 70%. Chuck would get 15%, Craig would get 10%, and an executive producer and investor, and I would get 5%. Chuck also suggested that we all consult with our own entertainment lawyers to have a contract drawn up. He even reiterated the fact that he would not have a problem at all with redoing his management contract with Robert. Whatever was right for Robert was okay for Chuck. I thought it was fair, and I believe that Chuck meant every word he said. But all of a sudden, Craig went into some revolutionary shit, some dumb shit, if you ask me. Brothers, that's what's wrong with our people today. We want to hold each other to some binding contract when we need to embrace one another and believe in one another. What we need to do with this, young brothers, is build a trust with each other, and then we can go from there. Chuck and I looked at each other like, where is this dude coming from? What planet is he from? It was like Craig was not present while Chuck was breaking everything down about the contract. I was thrown into a tizzy listening to Craig. Really, though, I wondered where was his head at, but I knew all along it was the weed talking. Craig, in business, people sign contracts. That's business. Contracts show love, trust, and give security. That is why the NBA has you under a contract. You're secure knowing your team has your back, I told him. Craig stated that the NBA gave him something up front. He asked Chuck, how much are you giving this young brother? Chuck explains his position as a manager and my position as Robert's personal assistant and future tour manager. He informed Craig we were sacrificing our time and money for Robert's future development. Chuck told Craig we were aides in a corporation, each with an important job. To me, he was right, because at this level, we all needed each other. You know, that's it. They met R. Kelly and they saw him as a cash cow right away. Right away. Right away, right away, right away. Right away. They was like, this guy is gonna be hot. We he gonna be on fire. We need to get him going. We need to make money off of this young man. Let's go. We could all make money. We could all eat. Right? So then he says, Chuck further expressed why we weren't supposed to pay Robert money up front. He felt that Robert should be paying us a weekly check for the work we were doing. But because he wasn't able to pay us, he felt that it was only right that we were paid a percentage because of our sacrifice. Chuck told Craig, there are no guarantees that we will be reimbursed for our services, the time we invest, and the money we spend daily. And furthermore, because we all share the same dream and we are working together to bring that dream to reality. We've become a corporation together, shareholders, and this is a sacrificial investment we are all a part of, and that is where the percentages come in. We talked a little more about contract issues. Craig was not receptive to Chuck's resolve to being open to change and what was needed to be able to move forward. Craig continued trying to get us to see his point of view. I couldn't understand it. Craig couldn't get off the subject of getting Robert out from under a contract with Chuck. Chuck had already said he would do whatever was needed in Robert's best interest, but Craig refused to hear that part of the conversation. It seemed he had something else on his mind, or his brain was being clouded by the weed. I don't think so. He would have been a little bit better than that. There was nothing we could say or do to make him agree. The conversation started to go in a different direction, so I changed the subject. I started talking about our need for equipment. Craig, you said you'd give us a check for some equipment. Will we be able to get that today? I asked. He looked at me with a disgusted, surprised look as if I should not have asked him that question. I went on to let him know how disgruntled we were, all becoming because we weren't able to work. I told how important it was for us to do shows. I knew Craig wanted to procrastinate. He suggested that we have another meeting before handing out any funds. Chuck told Craig that he could not afford to continue to ask the people that were working with us to sacrifice while we went month to month, back and forth having meetings. I interrupted the conversation and said to Craig, our whole thing is for us to be able to be self sufficient. We don't want to learn on you financially when we can market our product and fend for ourselves. We should have meetings on a weekly or monthly basis if that is what we agree on. But we're working now and trying to get everything rolling. Everybody sat with different looks on their faces as if they were surprised at my sudden outburst. We had been talking and getting now we had been talking and getting nowhere for over an hour. My interceding had caught them all off guard. I looked over at Craig and saw that I had his attention. I took advantage of that moment. I meant, hey, hey, Craig, I thought we were all on the same page, wanting the same things. We have the ball rolling already. Every day, we're rehearsing, making phone calls to set up dates, and telling people of the engagements we have coming up. We're doing our part, and now we need to know where you're at with us. Either you're with us or you're not, Craig, I said, frustrated with the whole thing. Craig looked over at Cece with a look as if I put him on the spot. The room fell silent. Everyone present looked at one another and then back to Craig. I was eager to hear my brother in law's response. I was tired of the bullshit. Craig wasn't hesitant for a moment. My statement caught him off guard. He looked at Robert and then said to me, Johnny, man, I want this to move forward too. And if I wasn't with you, we wouldn't be having this meeting. I don't want to make sure, I just want to make sure that the brother understands his contractual obligations, I responded. But we can have more meetings on that, Craig. I'm just speaking on the production part of the group. The check would get us going, and entertaining is what Robert does. I want to get him busy, was my plea to Craig. I can understand that. So how much will y'all need? Craig asked. I was relieved when he asked that. I then directed the conversation over to Chuck, asking him for the budget. As he was going through his bag, I asked to be excused. I needed some air. It had taken for a lot for me to stay cool at that table. I didn't feel that Craig and my sister were thinking about me at all. I was thinking to myself their questions should have been in support of me and following my lead, but they weren't. Craig, being the man with the money, was tripping, thinking he was Donald Trump. He must have smoked a different brand of weed before coming to the table. Well, ha! He broke. Flawless! Angie! He thought it was a Tony Montana. He thought it was a Tony Montana. Okay? Like, this guy, Demetrius, wants to get R. Kelly. He's trying to get money really bad out of this guy, Craig Hodges. Hodges is playing games with him. He thought his sister could try to convince him. That didn't work. So, and R. Kelly did his little thing with what's her name? With Carlita. So, okay. Let's see, where were we? I was a bit angry at how the meeting had gone. As I got up from the table, Robert got up after me and went to the den, where he began playing his piano. And I stood outside the door, just taking in some fresh air, leaving Craig, Cece, and Chuck at the table to go over the budget issues. When Robert and I returned, Chuck explained to us that he had went over everything. As a result of my outburst, Craig gave us a check for $3,500. It was a start, and it was what we needed. I felt we had accomplished something. Talking about working hard for the money, I could only shake my head, thinking with the goose that we had in our hands, we should have been having a party and counting our blessings. On our way home, Robert said that he was glad I spoke up for the check. Robert and Chuck said they didn't think we were going to get anything because Craig kept talking about us having another meeting. Chuck also told me that I showed real loyalty speaking up in that meeting. And as far as he was concerned, I already earned my right to the 5% I requested. This made me feel good. I told them, just like Craig works for the NBA and has to at times make sacrifices for his family that they might not always agree on, I'm the same way. I work for Robert Kelly. I was doing just my job. We all laughed. On the way home, we were all in a positive state of mind and had faith that everything was going to work out with Craig. While at rehearsal, the next right, the next night, Chuck came through the door carrying new microphones and asked us to go with him outside to carry in the rest of the equipment. We had a sound system, microphones, cords, drums, heads, two big speakers, and three monitor speakers. Even though Chuck got all the equipment from a pawn shop, we were excited, just as if it was new. Our sound changed immediately from a transmitter sound to a hi-fi stereo sound. The sound took us all to another level. We felt we were made a step forward towards professionalism. After rehearsal that night, Chuck called Robert and I to the back room, gave us an envelope, and said it was a little something. He believed everybody deserved a little something for the work we put in. I opened the envelope and there was $175 in it. I was so happy. It was my payment of 5%, and I sure needed it. I don't know how much Robert had, but when he came out of the office, he didn't seem too happy. He was acting like something serious was on his mind. Since he didn't say anything to me about it, I didn't give it a second thought. All I could think about was how Chuck was on the up and up with us. He showed me that he cared about us all. That same night, as we were all leaving, I was waiting on Chuck. I was about to thank Robert for the money and see what was wrong with him earlier, but Chuck came out, looked at me, and shook his head side to side as if he was disgusted with something. I asked him, "Is everything all right?" Chuck replied, "It'll work itself out." I thanked him for the money, and then he said, "You earned it." Then he shook his head again. So I asked him again, "What's wrong, Chuck?" He replied slowly, "I don't want this to get back to Robert." I nodded, assuring him that I understood. "I can't believe it, Demetrius. Robert got mad at me because I gave everybody some money. I can't believe Robert is that selfish of a person to think that the people who work with him and sacrifice for him are not worthy to eat with what he eats. That really upsets me. It makes me wonder what type of a person I'm working for." I couldn't believe it either, so I asked him, "Was he mad because you gave me some money too?" Chuck replied, "Everybody. Robert didn't think anybody should have received any money. He wanted all the money from the balance of the equipment." Chuck went on to tell me that Robert felt that he should have gotten the equipment and given the remainder of the cash to him. Robert did not feel like Chuck should concern himself with the needs of all the people helping him. Robert felt everyone should be paid once we started doing a gig. Oh, so he was like, being that we're not working yet, all that money should go to me. Remember, Robert was what, 17 at this time? Puta el coño. Get the... Yo, no. Thank you, by the way. Robin, what's up, mama? Okay. That's what you call getting it out the mouth. Well, everybody still say the same thing. Yeah, everybody says the same thing to this day, that he was really cheap. And he was selfish and he was cheap. Yeah. So he's trying to say, like, listen, y'all ain't do shit, okay? Technically, y'all living off of my name, so I should get all the money. Fuck what y'all did. What you did, you made a list? And what you did, try to get somebody to get me the money to get the equipment? That equipment should be mine. Wow. That's fucked up. Okay. Where we at here? This was one of the first signs of Robert's selfishness. I was pretty upset after hearing that and wanted to approach Robert about it. But Chuck had already asked me not to say anything, so I kept quiet. As time went on, I started to regret the fact that I did not confront Robert about his selfishness because it grew to be a big negative part of his character. It irked me to know this about this young man. Little did I know that, little did I know then that this was the beginning of a long line of lies and deceit. We continued to rehearse at the Chatham Bowl 3 days a week. We scheduled our first concert to take place in April of 1985. Everything was working out. The band was tight, and everybody was feeling good about our upcoming show. I sent flyers out to everyone on our guest list. Now, all that was left was for the band to put on a great show for the people. On the night of the show, we had tables set up for our VIPs. The hall was filled with so many people. I was standing room. It was standing room only. And the beautiful thing about it, everybody was sociable and seemed to be having a good time. There were smiles all over the place, and everybody was excited and supportive of Robert. The first act was a comedian friend of ours, Jeff Arnold. He performed a lot in the Cotton Club with Bernie Mac back in those days. Jeff got down and got the crowd relaxed and buying drinks. After he finished his segment of the show, Miss Kelly, Robert's mother, honored us with her soulful voice singing Gladys Knight's song, "You're the Best Thing That Ever Happened to Me." Really? Okay, so mom went to the Cotton Club to sing, and R. Kelly sang as well. After Miss Kelly performed, I went up and did 2 songs. Too Hot by Kool and the Gang, and Don't You Know That by Luther Vandross. Oh, and Demetrius Smith got on the stage and sang too, because he was in a band as well. He said he was in a band as well. He was singing, he was a singer. Okay. The ultimate moment arrived when Robert came on. The band played an original intro song for him, and he came out dancing. Robert Kelly was truly a showman. The songs he performed that night were a rendition of Donny Hathaway's song, A Song for You, Luther Vandross, A House Is Not a Home, and then he did about 3 of his original songs, Hard Times, Say It, and Strong Enough to Be. Those are songs many are not familiar with, but Robert had a library full of songs inside of him. The show was hot. We made a very nice profit off the door that night. We had 300 people at $10 a head, and I know the facility made a lot of money off the bar. The show was a true success. After the show, we were on a cloud. We felt like we were on our way to the big times. The show was a complete success and gave us an opportunity to show people our great talent. If only I would have known then what I know now, we would have we would have had cassette tapes for sale at the show that night. The way Robert writes songs, we will never hear them. All his songwriting's ability is truly a gift that he loves to give unselfishly. The sad thing is that he couldn't give people their due in all things, like money. Craig and my sister felt like Robert was ready. Craig even complimented me on my performance and said, "We have to get you in the studio next." I really didn't think about my performance until I kept getting compliments from the people we greeted after the show. I was feeling very good about everything. Afterwards, we all went out to eat on 79th and Jeffrey. We talked about the show and the other shows that we had coming up. Craig talked about putting Robert into the studio and said that he had a friend that he wanted us to go see in the next couple of days. He wanted Robert to start recording his songs and go to the next level. I thought things were moving right along smoothly until Craig said, "The show was nice, guys, but I feel that we shouldn't be doing shows right now, nor do I think that Robert should be performing in the subways. We see that people love you, so let's put the music on tape, get the deal, and then the public will be waiting for you." I shook my head and thought to myself, he must have had a smoke in the car on his way over here from the show. Why is he always got to blame it on the weed? What the fuck? He's trying to say that we don't make you listen. Okay? You can make conscious decisions and rational decisions. You could take a whole fucking SAT test high on weed, okay, and pass that shit. What the fuck? Where, like, who the fuck is he trying to fucking talk about the weed? Yo, that dude just he got me mad. You better stop blaming it on the weed. Blame it on the alcohol, okay? The fuck? Word. All right, now where the hell was I? I lost my place, see? All right. Okay. Okay. Chuck looked at me too. We laughed, and then Chuck said, "I agree, just not right now, Craig. We don't want to lean on you totally for financial support. There are 6 months to feed here, Craig. I am sure you don't want to put all of us on your budget. So it is only temporary. Let us build a fan base. It's gonna blow up for us, man. Watch," Chuck said, nodding at Craig while biting off the big burger he had ordered. listening to Craig. I just couldn't understand him. I couldn't see his vision. I was glad Chuck said what he did. We did well financially from the show. Not only were we all paid, but there was money left over to use for the growth of the business. We made $3,200 that night. Everybody seemed happy but Craig and Cece. They were looking at us as if they were our parents and we were brought out to have a good time, but they were there to keep us in line. They should have been having fun and laughing with us, but all Craig kept saying was, "Y'all don't see the big picture, bro." I knew it was the weed. Otra vez que he just, he can't get away from it. He thinks it's always the weed. It's always the weed. Shut the fuck up, Demetrius. You should get slapped. You should get slapped for that. Word up. You slapped for that. The fuck? Bird. Sorry you ain't a weed smoker and you don't understand. You ignorant. We were all feeling good, and I was sure we were seeing the bigger picture. It was obvious we all wanted to grow. Robert was ready to get it cranked up, and so were we. I decided to agree with Craig, so I said, "Yeah, Craig, you're right. Let's get our boy in the studio." I figured we would all work everything out. But as we were sitting in the round booth at the restaurant, I took one more quick glance at Craig. I thought to myself, I better keep my eye on him. I felt that man wasn't keeping it real. We were supposed to be a team, with Craig being a point guard on a professional basketball team. You would think he would have the basic concept down, but he didn't. He wanted to control things and people. This, among other things, would drive a wedge between Craig and the rest of us. I sat back and just watched him. A few days later, Chuck called and asked me to have Robert at an address where he wanted us to meet up with him and Craig. The address was located on 148th and Winchester in Harvey, Illinois, which is my hometown. I had no idea a studio existed there, even though I used to hang out down the street. Craig introduced us to the sound engineer that he hired to record Robert's songs. Craig and Chuck left, leaving Robert and I there to work. Bruce, the engineer, had a small studio, and I do mean small. The studio was so small that we had to stand on our tiptoes to let one another get by. Once we started, Robert began to lay down some drum tracks. I thought we were going to start with the songs we had been rehearsing, since those were the songs we knew. But Robert was feeling the quality of the sound coming out of Bruce's speakers. So he created a new song according to the richness of the music. That's how Robert was. He wrote songs in the moment, which never ceased to amaze me. This kid was bad. He appeared to be so relaxed in the small space we were working with. Bruce operated on one side of the 48 track mixing board, where he would change reels and switch wires around. Robert stood on the opposite side, where he worked the keyboard, mixing his beats and creating sounds. I stood up on the chairs out of the way while the two assists, while the two artists worked their magic. The sound that came out of Bruce's tiny basement was pure quality. The bass sound was so deep coming out of the speakers, you could feel the vibrations like they were hands on you, swaying you and pulling you from side to side. We stayed there the first day, 3 to 4 hours. In that short length of time, Robert had laid down drum and keyboard tracks for two completely new songs. We would have stayed longer, but Bruce tended to take a while to change over tracks. It seemed that every time we looked at Bruce, he had a newly rolled joint in his mouth. He would light it, and they're talking about Bruce Kelly. He's about to start. Oh my God, I can't. Listen, stop hating on the weed, yo. Okay. It seemed that every time we looked at Bruce, he had a newly rolled joint in his mouth. He would light it and go right back to talking to himself. Uh, oh my God. And then I'll take this one and stick it here and sweet. Taking pulls from the joint he had lit. Robert and I would just laugh. Bruce was like that dude in the movie Half Baked that David Chappelle starred in. Everything the dude did in the movie, he did it smoking weed. That was Bruce, a straight weed head. But the man knew how to build and develop a sound in that basement studio of his. Craig gave us the green light to produce an entire album. He was wait. He was financing the whole studio session. Once Robert knew that he could be in the studio every day, he didn't want to go to the practice. On the days we were in the studio and needed to end the sessions early, go to rehearsal, Robert would have me call Chuck to cancel. From time to time, Chuck would call Robert and ask him if he wanted to do certain shows that were available, and Robert would cancel those too. Out of the 3 days a week we scheduled for rehearsing, Robert would attend one and drop through for an hour on the other days. Cece began to show up at our studio sessions and was in Chicago a lot, more than usual. Uh oh. Uh oh. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Give me a second. Sorry about that, ladies. Sorry. My burger was calling me. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit was like, girl, you better put me in the microwave, heat me up, and eat me. Can't help it. I can't help it. It's the weed, you see? Um, hello, puta el coño, aka Miranda Verde Mierda. What's good? I'm loving your name. Puta el coño, okay. So you a puta? Huh? Do you know what puta is? Do you know what a puta is? Huh? Um and Miranda Verde, that's Miranda Green. Mierda. So Miranda Green shit. Okay. So Miss Puta Coño Miranda Green, you shit. All right. Enjoy the read. How you doing? All right, let's stop fucking around because we're almost done with this chapter anyway. All right. And then I'll come back and I'll read later. I'll come back. I'm gonna take a break and then I'm gonna come back, y'all. All right. Let's see what happens. All right. So Cece began to show up at our studio sessions and was in Chicago a lot more than usual. It seemed she was always in Robert's ear. I didn't pay too much attention to it, but I did notice that she and Robert were becoming very chummy with each other. He was a lot more comfortable around her now. I thought it was a good thing. I enjoyed the fact that my sister was a part of something that I believed in. I felt like this was something that was bringing Cece and I closer together. When Cece was young, I wasn't there all the time. There was a 5-year gap in our age. So we didn't grow up together. When she was 11, I was 16. Okay, so Demetrius Smith was 27 at this time. So that means she was 21 and R. Kelly was 17 when they were messing around. Okay, so Carlita Hodges was 17 years old, guys. Was what? 21 years old. Carlita Hodges was 21 years old when she started messing around with R. Kelly, that she was married to Craig Hodges. So she was 21 and he was 17. So she didn't rape nobody. She's good. She's lucky. See, we needed to find that out. You see? We found out. Guys. Now, 16, running the streets with my young friends. I did not have time for CC. And when she was in high school, I was in jail. Even though I got caught up in a life of crime at a young age, she respected me and looked up to me as her older brother. As a matter of fact, all of my family looked up to me despite my shortcomings. In fact, Cece honored me by coming to visit me at Statesville Correctional Center in 1982. She brought Craig with her because she said she wanted Craig to meet her big brother before they got married. I thought so much of that moment and felt so proud. My sister touched my heart when she came to visit me that day. Okay, so he got out of jail. In 1983, he was released. In 1985, he started hanging out with R. Kelly. He said his sister visited him in 1982. So she was with him at the time from 82 till 85. So she was with him for 3 years, and then she started messing with R. Kelly. So she was married for about 3 years, 2.5 years, maybe 3. And then she started messing around with R. Kelly behind her husband's back. So she was seeking my approval of her marriage, and that felt good to me. So as Cece and Robert were becoming friends, I felt it was harmless. I thought it could only bring all of us closer together as one big happy family. We spent so much time in the studio that the band began to complain, especially after Robert had Chuck cancel a couple of the shows. I told Robert about the band members' complaints and asked him if he wanted to continue with the band or if he wanted to let them go. Robert said he would start attending rehearsals and asked me to call the guys and have them at rehearsal the next day. He also mentioned that he wanted me to come get him the next morning so that we could go to the subway to perform because his funds were getting low. The next morning, I was at his house at 7 a.m. We went on with our normal routine in the subway, concluding our day at the same time, except that part on the particular day, instead of going to the Water Tower Plaza to eat, as we normally did, Robert wanted to go home. He said he wanted to work on a new song that he had in his head. I dropped him off and reminded him of our 4 p.m. rehearsal with the guys. He told me he'd meet me there, and I was cool with that and didn't give it a second thought. When I arrived at rehearsal that evening, the guys were all there and glad to see me. Bruce asked in a joking manner, "Is your Majesty with you?" He was speaking about Robert. "He should be on his way," I told them. I had not spoken to him since I dropped him off earlier. Poochie was beating the drums, and a new guy was there, whom they wanted Robert to hear in hopes he would consider allowing him to join the band. As I watched, they started having a jam session. I saw an expression of freedom on them as they played. Music was a joy to them, a language in another, wait, I'm sorry, a language in itself that made it easy for them to communicate their feelings with one another. The music could easily bring them together, and if not, it would pull them apart. As they warmed up, I noticed it was 4:45 and Robert was already 45 minutes late. I stepped out of the room and went to the payphone to call him at his mother's house. Miss Kelly answered, "Robert's gone, honey. Robert's gone, honey. He left over an hour ago. Practice is where he told me he was going. According to my calculations, he should have been here by now. At 5:30, he was still a no-show. The guys kept asking about his whereabouts. I could only answer, I don't know where he is. At 6 o'clock, we ended rehearsal with everyone feeling disappointed. Something was not flowing. Something was not flowing smoothly. Poochie and Bruce had said they had talked to him and he said he would be here. This was not like him, especially him not calling me. We talked about everything and I hadn't heard from him since dropping him off. I didn't know what to think. I just wondered, I just wondered where he could be. After all we said our goodbyes for the evening, after all we said our goodbyes for the evening, I decided to walk down the street to McDonald's to grab a bite to eat and clear my head. As I approached the building, I noticed a silver Toyota 4Runner truck with Wisconsin license plates coming out of the parking lot. It looked just like Cece's truck. I sped up my pace. The truck stopped at the stoplight. I then chased it down to get a closer look at the driver. Sure enough, it was Cece. It was Cece. And comfortably slouching in the passenger seat was none other than Robert Kelly. Oh, shit. Hey, Lowdown. What's up, mama? What's up, Tasha? Hello, ladies. Oh, man. So Cece was... Oh, man. As I approached the vehicle, I asked myself, what is going on? When I knocked on the door, they looked at me surprised. Cece opened the door with the automatic button, and I jumped in the truck because the light had changed to green. The entire way, Cece kept her focus on driving. What happened to you, Rob? Did you forget about rehearsal? Excuse me. I asked him. He nodded his head towards Cece, indicating to me she was to blame for his absence. I told him how disappointed the band members were and how I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't have a band tomorrow. He simply said that he would talk to the guys. Turning my attention to Cece, I asked her what she was doing up there in Chicago. I had some things to talk over with Robert, she told me. That's messed up, girl. You could have at least brought him to practice and talked to him there. You should be talking with Chuck anyway if it's something that pulled you from home to come up here, I told her. She kept her eyes on the road and didn't respond. I left it alone as well. I didn't want to start an argument. However, I was truly disappointed with Cece. I felt right then something was going on with them. Hoping at the same time my premonition was not a reality. I could not conjure up my mind a reason why she had Robert with her or what she could have to talk with him about that she hadn't told me about. I thought it had to be some shady business going on. I asked her to drop me off at my car, and as we drove back to the Chatham Bowl, there was a total silence in the car. Cece, Robert and I had always had an open communication. We would always laugh and joke with one another. There was always something to talk about that was relevant to our being together. I felt this was not the place. Cece wanted me to be with them. This time together was different. Silence was all there was. This looked to me like one of those instances that bring truth to the saying, what's in the dark will come to light. Something was going on. I could just feel the tension in the air. Things were definitely changing, and it didn't feel like it was a change headed in the right direction. I felt frustrated with Cece at this point. I didn't feel she was helping me at the moment. She was in the way. When she dropped me off at my car, we didn't say a word. The only person that said something was Robert. He told me Cece was taking him home. The vibe felt so awkward. It seemed as if Cece was purposely bent on ignoring and avoiding direct contact with me. I didn't know what to think of her or what she was going through. I wondered where her head was. She said, Cece felt like the boss lady. Yeah, she was thinking, she thought, she was the boss lady trying to take advantage of this young man. She wanted her some young thing. Okay. She was 21, he was 17. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the next chapter is a little longer too. Yeah. The next chapter is chapter 4, and it's called Forces of Negativity. Lord have mercy, the forces of negativity, ladies. I am going to leave it here for now. I will come back in a little bit, all right? Diva's going to take a break. This is a long-ass book, y'all, okay? And my eyes just be drooping. You feel me? So, well, today R. Kelly's the judge had did a ruling of R. Kelly's motions that he put in, which I don't remember which ones they were, but she denied it. As always, yeah, he was. Yes, I did get that, girl. What? What do you mean you cannot get full? Hey, Phoenix. Hi. Say that again. Where is your comment? Hold up. Wait. Where were you at? Where are your comments? I don't see them. Did they delete them? Did the mods take them down? Oh, no, wait. Here we go. Wait. You said me duele el coño y gote boca. Y gote boca. Me duele el coño. Were you trying to say me duele el culo? All right, so if you say that, because you said your me duele, because you said duele, that means it hurts. Duele is hurt. So my and coño is not pussy. You would just say crica or chocha. And then he said, what? And then, what? No. Estoy construido como un huevo. You're built like an egg? Oh my God. I was just going back. Yeah, his lawyers got the 3,500. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Now, he also got a summary of that 3,500. Oh, you've been eating everything in the house and you can't get full for real? Girl, what's going on, Angie? That's not good. Yes, hello, Phoenix. How you doing, Mama? Hello, everyone in the chat once again, y'all. So, as we know, R. Kelly's lawyers they were granted the 3,500 material, which is the Giglio and the Brady and the Jinx, all that shit, right? Now, he also gets a copy of that with him. Now, that stuff means that they're getting the witnesses' testimonies from the grand jury, any police reports, also, some evidence that they have against him But what they were going to do is that they're going to redact the names, certain names and addresses and stuff like that, so that he don't know who's what and what's who, or his lawyers. So they gave it to them, but it's redacted. So they will see whatever testimonies, but they won't know whose testimonies are what. So that's how that goes. And then also he had a hearing today. He was actually there. And his trial has been pushed. So no, the New York trial will not start until August sometime. There will be another hearing next month, I believe. And I guess they'll come back with an exact date of trial or whatever. And as we know, Richard Arline pled guilty, and he's going for sentencing in June. And we know that Don Russell wants some more discovery, and his case will be in May or March. And then Williams, Don Russell's is in May, and Williams will be in March. Williams didn't get to show up for his hearing. He was sick or something like that, so he got excused. Yeah. Angie, where the fuck you having a baby? Girl, what? Girl, what are you doing? Angie says she's having a baby. Fat boy, did you make her pregnant? Well, you're having these conversations with her. Are you filling her belly up? Yo. I'm not big enough. What? What? Did you really just... Boy, what did you do? What are you doing? Angie, can you verify this for us? Can you verify this? You know, it's not about the size. That's what they say, right? It's about the motion in the ocean. I don't think this is true. Lies. What? Listen, let me tell you. We like them big. We like them strong. We like them to last all night long. Can you do that, fat boy? Do you have that stamina? Angie, our brother is saying that he's not big enough. I don't know how true this is. Do you know how true this is? I don't know, but question, fat boy, question. Since you're saying you're not well endowed, do you know how to eat pussy? Because at least if you do that right, you can make up in that area, bro. Use a couple of fingers, whatever. 2-3 minutes, you got health issues. Boy, stop. What's your health issues? What health issues do you have? Huh? You was talking before. Your name was Mr. Stand Up In It. What happened to that? Now you got health issues. You got ED. What is that? Extra dick? you said I got ED. Does that mean you got extra dick? What does this mean? ED. What is this? I'm confused. You said there's 5 hours of shit in between. She said there's 5 hours of shit in between his comments. Girl. What, you dropped another video with him? You dropped another video? Fat boy. Did you do another video with her? I gotta go check it out. I haven't been on social media. Like, I'm trying to stay away from social media. It's warping my brain, guys. I don't know about y'all, but it's warping my brain. I gotta get into other things. Yeah. So Demetrius Smith is the man behind the man, huh, ladies? He's the man behind the man. And we're going to see just how far this book goes because we're at the part right now where Carlita, her brother's just finding out that they're having an affair. So this should start to get good because the husband did just lend $3,000, right? 3,500 to them. So $3,500 went out. Now in Carlita Hodges' book, there's a whole nother price tag. So she's sick. She was talking about $9,000 or something like that. Hmm? I'm gonna wait for him to clear it up. He was talking some bullshit from her. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, you're the man behind Diva. Facts. You're pushing the you you did some crazy shit to my sister. Listen, you don't mess with the bad girls. Don't mess with the bad girls. Them angels, them bad angels. You're messing with the A in the middle. Ah! She gonna get you, fat boy. Watch out. Oh, he was talking to your best friend earlier? Tell us the gossip. What was he doing? Were you being a good boy? Angie's a thug. I know she a thug. Don't make her go and look you up, brother. She will find you and she will stalk you. Phoenix said that's a lie. Yo, what? You Angie, Angie, you got teardrops. Are you hiding the teardrops on the other side of your face? That's why your profile is on a certain side. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Fat boy said you got teardrops, girl. Are you a killer? Killer, 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 killer. She's the thuggish, ruggish bone. She's the thuggish, ruggish bone. Angie, Angie, I got a belt. I got a belt. You need the belt? I will give you the belt. Spank his booty, girl. Yo, y'all be wilding out, yo. Y'all be wilding out. Y'all be wilding out. Wild out. Yo. So poor R. Kelly, he's gonna be in jail a little bit longer, just a little bit longer, just a little bit. just a little bit, And this is all due to the pandemic because they need to find time to be able to get everybody in so everybody could be here at the same time because people are coming from different states, different places, and they all need to quarantine, they all need to test, and all that takes time. So they rushed the judgment to think that they were going to start in April, but they needed to set a date anyway. You know, hopefully he gets done quickly because things could look bad for the prosecutors in the end sooner or later, and it could look really good for R. Kelly. That's all I'm going to say. And if you know the law, you know exactly what I'm talking about. She said, I can't stand his ass. I might like that. You like that? You like whips and chains? Do you like whips and chains? Fat boy, come here. You ticklish? I needed clown. I need a clown. I'm offended to drop it. You can, if you want, with your permission, I'll show it. Do you want to? Do you want to drop the video? You can drop the video if you want. You can send it to me. You can send it to me, email, whatever, send anywhere. There's plenty of ways that you can send me this video. I could do it for you. I won't be scared. Is anybody ready to see a sex tape? Hmm. Mertis, what's up, mama? Oh, you want to be tied up? Oh, listen, I know how to make perfect knots. Don't play with me. Angie said, I keep trying to tell folks to find someone else to play with. Girl, girl. Fat boy looks like he wants to play with you. He's throwing up sex tapes and all types of shit. What's going on in the world? Mm? Am I going to have to keep an eye on you too? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay. All right. What he said? Greenberg had to clap back. Wait, what? No. She said Greenberg had to clap back at someone on Twitter. I like to walk the dog. Oh yeah. So make me break out my whipping chain. Stop playing. If Angie won't do it, I'll do it. Damn it. If Angie won't whip out the chains and the whips and spank you, I will do it. I am not scared. If I spank you, it'll be the best spanking you ever had in your life. That goes for anyone who wants a spanking. Diva is giving out free spankings, y'all. Come get them while they're hot. Angie said he got nothing to see. He was saying this. He actually admitted this in the chat. He said he has nothing to show, but yet he wants to prove to us by showing us a sex tape. Do it, do it, do it. Y'all don't know how much a freak I really am. You will learn. You will learn. Tasha, you like to be blindfolded? Oh man, I love to be blindfolded. That is an awesome feeling. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Diva insecure? Who's insecure, boo? Don't make me show you how much insecure I'm not. You insecure? Are you insecure, baby? You were the one that was talking about how you ain't got nothing to work with. I don't know. You was talking about being a 2 minute brother. Like, are you really a 2 minute brother? I don't think so. You lying. Oh, yes, that is fun, Tasha. It is. It's lots of fun. I love it. Yeah, I know you lied. I know you lied. I'm pretty sure you lied. I knew you was lying. You said you're a big guy. I believe you're a big guy. And I don't mean you told me that you were a big guy down there. You told me you were a big guy in general. This is why they call you fat boy. You big and strong, huh? You need a whipped cream? All right, some whipped cream. We get some chocolate syrup. We get some strawberries. We get some Hennessy. And we be good. Who's down? Who's down? You said both? So who's bringing the whipped cream and who's bringing the strawberries? We gotta go in half and half, yo. This is how real adults do it. This is how we have fun. This is how we have fun. We bring out the whips and the chains and the fruits and the vegetables and the creams and the oils and toys. Lots of toys. It's fun. Angie's the cameraman. Angie, would you be the cameraman for this situation? He wants to make a sex tape, but I don't know whoever he wants, and he wants to show it to us. What do you think? What do you think? Do it, do it, Michelle. What's up, Mama? Yeah, you can watch the replay, Mama. I read the book, but I'm gonna read it a little bit more. Um, maybe in a little bit, or maybe tomorrow. I'm just like I've had a long day too. This week is I can't wait. Friday is the last day for the kids for school. I mean Thursday, mañana, Thursday actually is the last day, and then they're going on vacation. So that'll be good for me because then maybe I'll be able to come on in the daytime, where everybody will be alive and jumping and everybody's in there. You know what I mean? But yes, until for now, y'all can watch the replay. Y'all already know. Yes, Angie is working it. She is working it on her channel. Y'all, if you are not subscribed to Angie, please go run over to Angie. Angie Walker is her channel. Subscribe to her. Help a sister. Support her. Let's make her there. Let's make her get there. She's a comedian at heart. We love you, Angie. You want LED lights? You want LED lights? What about the red light special? The red light special is even better than that. Angie said, you know that they are going to go and tell Daddy Dana and Daddy Larry that we are over here talking about fucking. Dana and Larry will go live to address the issue. Angie. No. Listen, we having fun over here, okay? We're adults. What the hell? If anything, let them join in. Let's join in. Join in. Everybody join in and let's talk. The fuck? Like, we could all be adults over here. I'm gonna eat it better than Kel's. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fat boy, you're dangerous. Uh-oh. He's getting dangerous, and he talking about Kelly K. He better than R. Kelly. Shit. Did you see the way that R. Kelly was eating that girl poo poo from the back? Lord, I don't know if it could get better than that. Can you? Can you, fat boy? Can it get better than that? All holes, attention, all holes. Attention, attention. Fat boy will reach all holes, he said. Do you hear this? Man. What? What? We cutting it up over here. We having some juicy conversations with Fat Boy. Fat Boy, tell us more. Tell us more. What are you into, brother? Let's find out. I love you too. Like, yes. What? Tell me more, Fat Boy. Tell me more because I'm down with the shits. What's up? You ain't here, Tasha? Tasha. Fat Boy is on the loose. He is a loose goose right now. He is on some shit talking about does size matter. Ladies, attention, ladies. Question. Give me a one in the chat if size does matter. You two in the bushes, don't be shy. Tasha said she see you. She see you, boo boo. She see you. What you doing over there? What you doing over there, fat boy? You got the girls seeing you. What's going on? We watching you from the bushes and in the chat. We see you. You like your face rolled. Oh, hey, hey. I like to ride. Does anybody like to ride? Put a one in the chat if you like to ride. Dana is on a conspiracy crap. What is going on with Dana? He's running his own subscribers off. Seriously? What? What? Dana, bro, what are you doing, bro? Oh, Tasha put a one in the chat. Yes, let's go. Girl, what? What is he doing over there? I haven't watched him in a couple of days, so I don't know what's going on. I'm serious. I've been trying to take a break from this YouTube drama and the bullshit, and it's just too much bullshit. I'm really not with the shits. You feel me? I'm really not. I'm with my own shit. See, me and Fat Boy having good conversations over here. Fat Boy, don't leave me now, bro. Tell me more. Tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. Did you put up a fight? Tell me more, tell me more. Was that bitch out of sight? Uh huh, uh huh, uh huh. She said, I'm still trying to figure out how that girl stayed up in that chair. Hell, I would have been on that ground with that chair on top. Angie, I think um, that girl was small. We big girls, that ain't happening. The chair needs to be pressed up against the wall in order for the fucking chair not to fall. I'm a big girl. That shit is gonna rock. We gonna fall. This is definitely happening. I am on the floor. I agree with you, Angie. The chair needs to be put up against the wall in order for us not to fall. Wall, fall. See? It rhymes. It goes together. You put the fucking chair in front of the wall and you won't fall. There's measures, there's precautions, there's safe words. There's a lot of things that you could do to be safe. Have safe sex. There's a right way to choke a woman. There's a right way to scratch a man. There's a right way to do these things. You know, it's about pain and pleasure all in the same motion. You don't need no safe word? Oh, you living dangerously. You living too dangerous for me. He's living dangerously. Okay, pineapples. Pineapples is the word. Pineapples is the word. Oh, he's dark skinned, all right. Fat boy, you dark skinned, baby? He's from the tropics. He's from the tropics. So, yes, he's dark skinned. You said like, yes, like a mango. Wow. Split it open, right? And then you just slap it, slap it. Slap it, slap it. Slap it. Oh, I'm glad he likes coochie. Amen for that, bro. Word up, bro. He like coochie. He like whipped cream, he said. He likes to get spanked. He likes being blindfolded. He don't mind you tying him up. This is my kind of brother. Yes. Give him a round of fucking applause, ladies. Yes. That's a real man after my true heart. Yes. Yes. Um I have a question for you, Fat Boy. Are you single? What? Are you single? She said shit, mine too. Fat Boy, can you answer my question in the chat, please? Thank you. In the eyes of the Lord. Oh, okay. In the eyes of the Lord, you are a freak by nature. God forgives you. God forgives you. God forgives you. It's all in good fun. It's actually really fun to be, you know, tied up and feeling like, wow. Let me tell you something. If I told you guys some of my sexcapades, you would be running off the screen. I'd have nobody in my chat anymore. People would run out of the chat because I'm just too much. They would run. You guys I would run these all off. Yous would be like, okay, Bella Bella, Diva Diva, what's good? Okay, Angie said, what's my sign? I'm a Pisces, baby. My birthday's coming up, ladies. My birthday's coming up. I am a Pisces, March 2nd, baby. Yes, I'm a Pisces. Fish is in the building. Yes, and I was born the year of the dragon. Happy Chinese New Year's to everyone. I am the dragon, born the year of the dragon, 1976. So I'm a dragon and I'm a fish. Woo-hoo! What a combination. Yeah. Go read up about dragons and go read up about Pisces. If you don't know, now you know. You will be amazed. Not to brag, but I think my sign is the best sign of them all. My sign is the best sign of them all. I love me some Pisces. I get along with water signs very well. We're all the same, you know. Oh shit, yo. Uh Angie said she said Pete was there. What all right, y'all. Angie put up a link in the chat. I guess she wants y'all to see that she'll be happy if she gets something like this. So if y'all want to be nosy and check out the link, check it out. See what she's talking about. Come back and let us know what it was. Capricorn is in the building. Okay. Best sign. Yes, we are. Michelle said, it's just my preference to stay small so that he can pick me up like in the bedroom on the movie Baby Boy. Oh, yeah, girl, slam me up against the wall. Please do. Throw me on a bed. That's awesome. Oh, Chris Brown. Yes, Breezy. Chris Breezy. Chris Breezy's cute. I like Chris Breezy. Matisse, if we ran a train on Fat Boy, he would not know what to do. Fat Boy, come here, you ticklish. You'll be the railroad track. What? We gonna be running on him, boy. We gonna run all over him. What? Let me tell you something. Don't let me put on my strap. Cause if I put on my strap, niggas would be in trouble. Watch out. I am a man eater. Oh, okay. So Angie said that they erased the link, but you can look this up. Chris Brown's "Take You Down." AT&T Center. Let me see if I can share that. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. I'm gonna find it. She said, "Chris, but I don't know if we'll be able to show it. They might just fucking take me down, right?" Okay, let's see.
I'll file those taxes for you.
All right, let's see. You said, where was it, Angie? Wait. Where was it, Angie, you said? AT&T Center, San Antonio, Texas. Oh, okay. Here we go. All right, let's see.
Okay. Did you come in here? I need you to check something out.
All right, hold on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. She says she wants a man to do this to her. Let's see what she's talking about. Oh, oh, was she? I thought he was actually doing something. It, okay, hold on. All right. This total package just works for me. My idea of cute is the old Christopher Williams and Brian McKnight. Christopher Williams. Don't wake me. I'm dreaming. That was the man. Yes, he was. Lord. That was a sexy nigga right there. I did that. That's the one I just played, Angie. I just played it, Angie. All right, I'm gonna play the original video. What? All right, let me see. I'm dreaming. Chris Brown's. I might take you down, right? I think I remember. Let me just take you down. You said official video, right? Okay. That's what I was about to play. But then she said a specific one, so I played that one. Hold on, let me.
Disfruta un delicioso sacrificio con...
Can't play commercial. All right. Oh, she's saying it was, but it was a 2-second video, Mama. They didn't really do anything. Look. Audrey, what's up, Mama? Angie's a freak. Wait, look. I'm going to go back. Look. Let's go back to what we were searching for. Yeah. Yeah. About, oh, okay. Is it good, bad? What? What? You got to let me know. Is it really quick? Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah. What was it? San Antonio, Texas, right? Let's see. Here we go. It's this one right here. All right.
Hey, Dave,
I'm
can
going to
you come in
show it.
here? I need you to check something out.
Hold on. It's only 45. Angie, it's only 45 seconds long, Angie. All right. Look. That's what you was talking about, Angie? Those moves right there? Girl. Girl, I get that every night. What's good? Yeah. What? Yes. As old as he is, he's still getting down. Okay. She said this is the link right here. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. It's the same one I played. Okay. Fat boy said I do that 4 times a week. Yo. Let me tell you something. My back be hurting too. What? The back, the hips, the knees. You know, we come to that age where we ain't spring chickens anymore. But if I lost some weight, I'll be alright. Angie wants that side action. She wants that bang bang, that bang bang. Putties, putties, putties inside that putties, putties. Yes. Okay. Bang, 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 bang. He said play E40. What is this? E40 who? E40 16? E40 16. Let's see. I was which with one? Okay. E40 16. Okay. Oh, why did it bring me? No. What the hell? Oh, no. This is. Um, I don't. I don't know. Is this it here? What is it? Neff the Dream slapping? Is it E40 featuring Neff the Pharaoh? Yeah, can you put the link? Oh, I don't know if let me see. Can I get it? I don't know if I can grab it from the chat. She was 16. Um, she was 16.
I need to find a Valentine's gift fast. I just don't know what to do. So
Yeah, if it's too crazy, Let's see. This is Down and Dirty. Is this it here? Okay.
only 16. Get this fuck gigantic size tits. Big ass but she ain't tripping. Her tight jeans was fitting management. Condition man. Major damage. Probably a doubt. No talk by the looks of things. I knew she wasn't smoking no cap. Looking hella tempted while I'm busting. The bad thing about it is I was blessed in her cousin Tanch. But that's another story, though. Back to further relevant. Let's talk about the 6-year-old sexy and seductive. Quite impressive. I'm acting ready when she least expected it. Trying her clothes, set the neighborhood and watch it. Can I help you vote? By the way, my name is C, baby. She said, I already know my cousin Jay just built her guts. Told me she did some stuff in your 1970 cut. I replied, is that right?
I'm trying to listen to this shit. What? What y'all think about this song? Right? What the hell? What the hell he talking about? Fat boy. No. We are not listening to this dumb shit, okay? No. 16 with no, we're not. We don't rock R. Kelly's over here, okay? Of course I love LL Cool J. Who doesn't love LL Cool J? Oh, yeah, Brenda. Yeah, Brenda got a big old butt. Yeah. But he was 19. LL Cool J was 19. He could sing about Brenda having a big old butt and going to the high school. He just got out of high school. Who's 30? I'm 45. Yeah, he was 27. She was 15. That's a big difference. Tevin Campbell's Can We Talk for a Minute? What are you talking about, kid? Tevin Campbell was so. Stop. Fat boy talking crazy, talking about Tevin Campbell was singing to a man. Can somebody slap him in the back of the neck for me? Don't, boy. Wendy Williams, they say she was a man. Yeah, Method Man. Yo, I wouldn't mind having Method Man. Where is that nigga? He could come over here. Method, come visit Diva Divine. I love me some Method Man. When he first came out, I didn't find him too attractive. But then as years gone on, I was like, damn, that nigga's looking, especially after he cut his hair. What? That nigga was looking scrumptious. What? Yes. Oh man, so all right guys, I'm gonna end this one right now. I'm ready. I know it's early. It's 10:43, but I think I'm gonna call it a wrap, y'all. I was gonna read a little bit more, but like I said, I think Friday, if anything, Friday I'm gonna come out early to you guys, and I'll probably like read 2 or 3 chapters straight through. We can get a lot of this book done. What y'all think? I think Friday would be good. Friday in the afternoon, early. I think we could do that. Maybe tomorrow I'll come back and read another chapter. All right. Don't forget, guys, before you leave, please hit that like button. Do not forget your sister. Hit that like button. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to the one and the only Diva Divine Light. Hit that notification bell on. You can get all my videos as I upload them. I love you guys. Yo, we got to talk more about SEX one day. I got a lot of stories, y'all. Like, I got a lot of stories. I think maybe I should start doing some story time shit. What do you think about story time by Diva? You think that'd be cool? Yeah? We're going to do story time with Diva. We could do story time. You guys aren't scared of a little story time, right? They're going to be some graphic shit. Like, I'm graphic. So beware. You guys got to beware. Y'all got to beware. Is anybody going to be scared? Y'all cool with me sharing some story time? Put a one in the chat if y'all down with some story time by Diva. Mm, Let's see, guys. Anybody down with Diva story time? Oh man, y'all scared? Y'all scared of some stories, huh? Y'all know Diva's gonna scare y'all to death. Y'all gonna start unsubscribing to me, huh? Y'all gonna start unsubscribing. Y'all gonna start getting scared. Be like, Diva is dangerous. Y'all don't know just how dangerous I am. Oh yes, okay. Y'all ready for some story time? Okay. I got two of y'all in the chat ready for some story time. Listen, don't be scared when I start talking about DICK and PUSSY and SUCM and start talking about whips and handcuffs and all these things and threesomes and foursomes and foursomes and girls and guys and mixes and transgenders and all types of things. Don't get scared, okay? Okay? I'm just letting you know, don't be scared. Just be interested. Be very interested because Diva's interesting, okay? Diva likes to intrigue people. I influence. Yes, yes, yes. A diva will make you spin and make you want to go spin somewhere. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to say goodnight. I love y'all all. You want to hear and share? Yeah, listen, that's what this place is for. You can share my video, of course. You can listen to it over and over again. I love y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Diva is Diva. Thank y'all for coming. And don't forget, we will be having our cooking challenge. If you would like to donate to the pot for the cooking challenge, my cash app is $Bella's paid. It is underneath here on the side. $BELLASPAID. Put a note, a text with the donation, and say that this is for the cooking challenge or Diva's cook off or however you want to word it, but make sure that you put down that the donation is for the challenge. Okay? So I don't get confused with my cash apps. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Okay. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. I love y'all. Peace.